Hi y'all, and welcome to my channel. My name is Shadana, and in today's video we are going to be setting up our plans for the January overview pages for 2026. So yes, we are getting into January and it is time to get the new year set up, so we need to get all the plans taken care of. We are only a few days away from January, so we are ready to get started. And I did already decorate this, and I do have a video posted already, and I will link it down in the description below as well if you wanted to see me do the plan with me and decorate this. But today we're actually filling everything out. So one thing that I do whenever I think about looking at my plans for the month is obviously I do a lot of pre-planning, looking back at my last month, which this month is different because it's January, right? So we didn't just look back at December. I reviewed the whole year, figure out some things to set up for the start of the month. So as I was working through that, I do just have a sheet of paper here that I will be referencing, that I wrote down all the things that I want to have on here. So we're gonna start with the most important thing. Is my husband's birthday is this month. So we're going to put that. Obviously, we have to put that. And that's on the 20th. Okay. And then for project, so for project, this will be the same for 3 months. This is our quarterly project. Last year, I did not do quarterly projects. I did more like monthly projects, but I think that I do want to kind of focus more on quarterly projects because we do have some larger projects we want to do this year. So one of them is our garden refresh. We love gardening. We've had a garden for the, I don't know, 8-9 years. Every year, every season, we have vegetables and herbs and things that we pull out of our garden. So we do want to refresh it this year. We've had it the same for the last 5 years. And we just want to do a refresh and build a new greenhouse. So we're going to do that for the first quarter. And then for important, I just have some no school days for my son. So we want to notate those. And then so his no school days is the 1st through the 7th because that's the finishing of, Christmas holidays. And then he's out on the 19th. And that's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so he's out on that day as well. Okay. And then for my deep clean section, each month I do like to focus on one room in my house and do a deep clean on it, and then I feel like I don't ever have to spend a long time or like weeks or days or whatever trying to do like a big deep clean, like a spring deep clean or a fall deep clean or something. I can't do that much cleaning in one sitting. So I like to break my deep cleaning up by rooms, by months. So in January, because obviously December is holiday time, a lot of family over, friends over, a lot of cooking happening. So I'm going to do the kitchen every January. I deep clean my kitchen just because, kind of get it refreshed from all the holiday cooking and friends and family. So this is not going to be the entirety of everything that I'm doing in here to clean the kitchen. This is more of the overview, broad scope. Because obviously this section is a little smaller and I didn't want to take a whole big section because this is just a smaller focus. What I put in kitchen, see, I can't talk and write, y'all. It's supposed to be in and out. But I know I said kitchen and wrote kitchen instead of out. It's funny. I do that. And then we need to do light fixtures and windows. And I don't know if this is something that's interesting for y'all to see these types of videos. I have done a few of these on my channel, not many appliances and furniture. But if this is something that y'all do like to see, let me know. Comment that down below, because I can do more. I enjoy doing the monthly plans, the overview pages. It really kind of helps narrow down my goals, because my goals, when I plan them out, they're so sloppy and just everything. So this is kind of like just a more neat, broad version of everything I want to do for the month. So I totally enjoy these pages. So we have a few more here. One more, floors and rugs. So for the kitchen deep clean, broad scope, declutter everything. We're going to clean cabinets in and out, light fixtures and windows, appliances and furniture, walls and baseboards, and floors and rugs. So again, that's just the broad scope. I do have a very detailed list of what I want to do that I'm going to check it off. This is just for this planner. And then I have quite a few, I'm going to put this over here. I have quite a few things to add here really quick like. So is everybody getting excited and prepped up for the new year? Or is it just like a regular day? Or I don't know. I always get excited for the new year. I feel like it's just a fresh start. I know you can do a fresh start anytime, but I don't know. Just something about the changing of the year, to me, is really cool. And I know I'm not really talking about what I'm writing here, because y'all, this is not interesting stuff that I'm doing. But I can go through it. And my handwriting is horrendous most of the time, especially when I try to write fast, because I don't want to take up a lot of y'all's time. I just kind of wanted to show y'all how I actually do complete these pages. And then you can, I guess, get an overview of what I do in a month. Mostly home related stuff, because that's what I do the most, obviously. We're almost done, y'all. And I know I got quiet, sorry. We have like 5 more. And I don't have all of these completely filled out, but that's totally okay. I usually don't at the start of the month, but by the end of the month, I end up adding a few additional things. And some months I end up adding a little half sheet with more. It just depends on how much I have going on for the month. And also, January is a little bit busier for the, you know, like around the house type things too for me. Because of, again, it's the start of the year. It's the start of a quarter. And I do have a lot of like quarterly items that I like to take care of. And so January, again, because it's the beginning of the quarter, I do try to take care of quite a few quarterly things at the beginning of the quarter, because I like to have the rest of the quarter to kind of, you know, get things completed and then slow down a little bit and then prep for the next quarter. So the very first month of the quarter, I do tend to be a little bit busier. And I don't know if y'all like to do things like this as well. Let me know. Is this something y'all do as well? Like kind of like really sit down and plan out, what do you do for the month? As far as like home things go, I have other things planned, but this is, and yes, this is my catch-all. But I do try to do more home type things in these pages, my overview pages in this planner, because I have separate goals pages for my social media and my wellness. Okay, so that so far is it. I have 2 more spaces I can write in. So change AC filter, wash car, dogs, bath and nails, steam clean the floors, do laundry, bedding like the comforters and the throw blankets, wash trash cans, update my own hand food list, set up our next month planners, replace our bug traps. I have those Zevo plug-in traps. I love those things. I live in Florida, y'all. Florida bugs. Clean my vacuums and my steam mop, clean my washer and dryer, treat our animals, shampoo the carpets, dust ceiling fans, wash our curtains, and wash our rugs. Okay, so January is going to be a little bit busy for today's around the house. All right, so that takes care of that page, nice, full, and ready to go. And then let's do this page. So this page, I decided because it's just a blank page, and I'm used to the other layouts. They do have this page is typically filled out with a few things, like a layout. So I'm used to putting my goals over here, so I decided I'm going to keep that. And then I just had some extra space down here, and I just decided to add like for extra notes. Not exactly sure how I want to do that. And again, this is the first month doing this with this layout, so I may change this up, but for now this is what we're going to do. So for my goals, we have finances is going to be a goal. Family is going to be a goal. And personal is going to be a goal. So what I want to do, I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. So I guess we could do everything I want it to be. Everything I want it to be weekly. So let's do I want to skip one? Let's skip one. So let's do self-care. Okay, and then journal times 3. I guess we'll write it like that because I really wanted to kind of skip, and I think I want to do that. And then workout times 3. And then I think what we'll do is put each weekly, because each of these are weekly. So I want to do self-care, and maybe I could just do times 1, just 1 time a week, journal 3 times, workout 3 times, and then each of that is weekly. So let's do that. All right, so then for family, this one, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to space this one. Ooh. All right, so let's see. Cook family dinner. And that's why I don't know how I'm going to do spacing on this, because I know this is going to take more, but I think I can still do it. 1 outing, so let's just do like this. Instead of saying 1 family outing, because this is the family goals, we can just do 1 outing. And then family night. Weekly, which we do that anyways, but because family is going to be a goal, I do want to have that in there. Alrighty, and then for finances, so for finances we need to finalize our 2026 goals. And I say goals, but obviously this is goals specifically for finances. And then I need to reset my cash envelopes for the year. Because of course, beginning of the year. And I actually think this year, I don't really talk a lot about my cash envelopes. I did try to do a few videos a couple years ago, but I don't know, it's a little too personal. I just felt like I tried a few and I don't know. But I do watch a few other YouTubers that do cash envelopes, and some of them do quarterly resets, and I think I might want to try that instead of doing an annual cash envelope reset, maybe doing a quarterly one. Not sure. And then we need to start 2026 savings, but not all. So we want to start saving. Let's do we're going to abbreviate XB-Day and Xmas. So we're going to start saving for our son's birthday because it's in April, and we already have our budget for that, so we'll have enough to start if we start in January. And then every January we do restart for our Christmas savings, and we save all the way through October for that. So we'll start that this month as well. And then that's actually it for now, because like I said, for my notes, I don't have anything additional. Notes tend to happen as the month goes. So I don't really have anything that I need to fill in for that right now. But that is going to be my January overview pages for 2026, y'all. Ready, prepped, and to go for what are we, 29th already? So just a few more days and we are ready to start working through these pages. So that is going to be it. Let's get this back in here. See what we're looking like. Because we are ready, y'all. All right. So that is it. If you did like this video, I do hope that you take a moment, give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. I do want to say thank you so much for spending a little time with me today, and I hope you'll have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye, y'all.